All right. Well, good morning to some of you, and I guess good afternoon for some of you as well. What I wanted to discuss was we are going to be learning about geometry. But before we do that, I said on Friday that I'm going to plan on working on a puzzle. Um, you guys should know that I'm a Star Wars fan. So I had these puzzles here: 300, 300, 300, and 500. Well, I ended up actually getting one of them done. And that can be evidence right here. That is a 300 piece puzzle. I spent Saturday working on it. And I have some other ones. I have some pieces all over here that I'm going to be working on. I'm going to try and do another puzzle. But let me know in your Google Classroom comments what you've been working on. What have you been doing? It doesn't have to be just about math. Let me know if you're working on a project. Let me know what you've been doing. All right, with that said, I am going to switch over and share screen. All right, now you guys should be able to see my screen. Well, first we're going to do some note taking. If you'd like to go ahead and take some notes, that's great. We did work on this at the end of January, so it might be very familiar. If not, then you can get a double whammy and learn some more. All right. You'll be able to watch this video, of course, on YouTube. I will probably post this document on there as well. If you want to take notes, grab your notebook, see the paper, write the different slides, important notes down. We're going to be talking about parts of a circle and circumference. All right, so let's get started here. So here's our focus point. This is what we want to try and do for today and tomorrow. I will be able to find the area and circumference of a circle. So with that said, let's move on down. All right, so we got the parts of a circle. Of course, we have the center. Everyone knows what the center of the circle is. That's the middle. Then we have the diameter, which is from one side to the other side. Straight line that passes through the center of the circle. That's something that should sound a little familiar. And then we have the radius. The radius is always going to be half the diameter. So let's see. For right now, I'm just going to use the mouse. I didn't know I could do that. All right, so let's move on to the next one. All right, the ratio is the circumference divided by the diameter. So the pi symbol is to the right, and this represents 3.14. Now they figured out, a mathematician ended up figuring it out many, many years ago that, hey, after doing a bunch of calculations, if I find out that the diameter here is 7, then the circumference would be 22. If I take that and divide it by 7, I'm going to get 3.14159, and it goes on forever. Now you guys can, of course, look on YouTube and find out exactly how pi was designed and made, but we're just going to go with that's what's given. Now here's the pi symbol. Now if you guys have a calculator, especially one on a computer like this, you can hit the little plus sign and that expands it out. And of course here's pi right here. I can hit pi. And you can see that it pretty much goes on forever. The calculator does not go further than that, but it goes on forever and never stops. If you had a calculator, 100 digits could be fit in there. You get 100 digits. Goes on forever. All right, so double click that. Clear. We might use our calculator a little bit later. All right, so let's go over here and let's go down. All right. So we got the area of a circle. The area formula. You guys might have memorized this already. Like I said, we went over at the end of January, beginning of February. Area equals pi, which is of course 3.14 times the radius squared. That's what the little 2 means. Little 2 means squared. So radius, we got radius times the radius. And this is of course times 3.14. Okay? All right, we're going to do a little example here. All right, this one of course already had the answer, but here, let's go ahead and cover it up and we'll see whether we can figure it out. All right, so I have 3.14 and we want to find the area of the circle. Well, my radius is 5, that's what they give me. The radius is 5. So I'm going to plug in, this is my radius, I'm going to plug in 5 right there. And I'm going to times it by 5. But remember, it's r squared. And times it by 3.14. So if I do that on my calculator, I would get, I can do 3.14 times, well, 5 times 5 is 25. And then times it by 25, 78.5. And that's where I get 78.5. Now, on most calculators, you're going to see the pi symbol. For that, we are not going to use that. We kind of did that when we were teaching in class. I ended up telling you guys, we're not going to use the pi symbol. Let's just use 3.14. I guess the reason for that was some calculators don't have the pi symbol. At least the little basic one, the little blue one that we had in the classroom, they didn't have the pi symbol. And a lot of students in 7th grade do not have a scientific calculator. It's not really needed most of the time. So that's the whole reason why we use 3.14 instead of pi. All right, let's take a look at the next one. So we have a diameter of 16. Well, if you guys remember, diameter of 16, so diameter is 16, that means my radius would be half of it. So that means my radius would be, well, half of 16 would be 8. And clear it. So my radius is 8. I want to times it by 8. And then I want to times it by 3.14. And that would be my area. All right, so we figured that out. We use this, and 8 times 8 is 64. Not 65, 64 times 3.14. And we get 200.96. Let's see if that's what it is. Yes, it is. 200.96 square units. Now, usually they'd have on this one, it doesn't have it, but you'd have like, okay, 16 inches or 16 meters or 16 miles. Whatever you have, you'd have square miles or square meters. When it does not have anything next to it, then you just call it units. We still want to call it something with square units. All right, let's take a look at the next one. If you have any questions, you can, of course, comment on the Google Classroom, and I will see if I can clarify them. Let's go over down and down. All right, so here we want you to solve it. So we got 6 inches. So I'm going to do the area. I'm going to do area equal, I know the radius, I'm going to do 6 times 6 times 3.14 3.14. Okay, 6 times 6 is 36. And then I want to times it by 3.14. And I'm not real good at my handwriting with using a mouse. Remember, guys, I'm using a mouse. I'm not using a pen. So that's a little on the sloppy side. You guys get what I'm talking about. So we do 36 times 3.14. And we get 113.04. All right. And so we get answer or area 113.04. Now, am I done? Is that it? No, it would not be it. I need to add in my little words for what am I talking about? Well, it talks about inches here. Actually told you it says inches, so it's going to be square inches. Now I'm done with my answer. That would be the area. All right. Go ahead and pause the video and see and find out what that one is. All right, let's go ahead and do this one. I'm just going to use the calculator on this one. So 18 divided by 2 is 9. I got 9 times 9. Because we got radius squared. 9 times 9. That equals 81. And then I'm going to do it times 3.14. 254.34. 254.34. I think I might be wondering, well, what if you just use the pi symbol instead? Well, let's try that. Let's see what happens if I do that. So this is with the 3.14. What if I did 9 times 9? I still get my 81, but this time I'm going to times it by pi. That equals 254.46. A little bit different. So if we do it as pi, we get it as 254.46. Well, the 9 to make it a 7, if we're going to do it to the 100th place. And so that would be my answer in that one. This one is using 3.14. Now, I'm not saying pi equals 254. I'm saying that's what my answer is when I use the pi symbol. When I use the symbol for 3.14, it equals 254.34. You guys can kind of see how there's a little bit of a difference with numbers when you use the pi symbol. And I can go ahead and go down here and 113.04, square inches squared, square inches. You can do it either way. 254.34 inches squared. That's the only thing I forgot because they're talking about the differences. But yeah, you'd want to do. Now another way you can do it too is you can also do this. Inches squared. That's the same thing. Putting a little 2 there. Inches squared. All right. And clear that. And move my mouse. Let's go over. All right, circumference. So you got circumference. Circumference is basically all the way around. So if you have a little circular yard, your circumference would be the fence that goes around the entire yard. Diameter, of course, is all the way across. All right, circumference formula. We get circumference equals 2 times pi times radius. Or I think I even talked about it in class at the end of January as it can just be pi times diameter. I tried to make it, and I do remember talking to you guys about this, and I ended up saying, well, the easy way to remember it is we got area equal pi r squared, a little 2, but the circumference is pi times r with a big 2. It should be twice the radius instead of squaring the radius. So it's an easier way to remember it. You know, it's all pi r2, pi r2. It's just a big 2 versus a little 2. So, if you guys remember what we did with that. All right. This is just written out. So they wrote it out. 3.14 is pi times the radius. We don't know what it is because we don't have a problem in that one yet. And then 3.14 times the diameter. All right, let's clear that. I'm going to scroll down. All right, we're going to look at circumference of a circle. Yeah, there's an answer there, but hey, I can still show you how it's done. So we have circumference. Now they're using this one. They're going to use, it looks like they're using this particular formula. Usually it's easier to use whatever you're given. So if I'm given the radius, why not just use this formula, because that's the one for the radius. So we got 5 is the radius, and then we're going to do 3.14, which is right here, and I got the 5, and then I'm going to times it by 2. So if you do that in a calculator, you will get 31.4 units. Now there is no square on circumference. It's just units or inches or meters, whatever it is that you're using. You don't got to use a square or a cube units. So that is for that one. All right, find the circumference. So we got the diameter. So this time, it makes it a little easier because I don't got to times it by 2 now. I already have the diameter. But remember, I can use this formula as well. So if I use that one, then I can just do 3.14 times 16. And you can see on my calculator, if I do 3.14 times 16, I will get 50.24 units, which is right there. All right, I think this is probably pretty simple for you guys, given there's a double whammy. What I mean by that is we have gone over this in the past. You can use either formula and the answer will still be the same. All right. In terms of you wondering, like, what about new material? I thought we were doing new material. Well, all the schools are doing the same material each week. So we'll probably do something new next week. But this should be good practice for you. All right, you solve. So we got 6 inches. All right, I'm just going to use the calculator here. So my circumference, well, okay. So I can do, I'll draw it out in this one. Let's use a different color. Black. Okay. No, that didn't work. Oh, it does work. Okay. Hope you guys are doing okay. I know it's a little strange being inside all day, just not doing a whole lot. I'm gonna try and work on this puzzle sometime later today. This one will be Empire Strikes Back. So I don't know if you guys have ever seen the Star Wars movies, but there's a lot of them. There's 10 of them. Anyways, they're taking a little mental break there. All right, now we got a man. So we got circumference. I'm gonna obviously use this one right here because it gave me the radius. Now you can probably do it in your head and just figure, well, I know the diameter. That's just 6 times 2. With 6 times 2 would be 12. But if I want to do it exactly like they're doing it, I can say, okay, circumference is going to be 2 coming from here times 3.14 times my radius, which is 6. So 2 times 3.14, and that would be, well, I can't do that in my head. Any of you guys can do it in your head, more power to you. 3.14 times 2 times 6, 37.68. Okay. So it equals 37.68. Now don't forget you gotta use the inches, so it'd be inches. And that would be my answer. All right, this one, I'm just gonna use the calculator on this one. I got 18 times, now think about what formula I'd want to use, this one or this one. Well, give me the diameter, which is all the way across. So I'm going to use this formula, diameter times pi, times 3.14, 56.52. So it equal, let's see, not that. So my answer would be, well, you can see it right there. The circumference. Once again, circumference would be all the way around the entire thing. That's my circle. That would be 56.52. Now, this is what you guys should be doing. You should be writing it down on your piece of paper so that you can look at it later if you need help, or if you got questions. You can, of course, refer back to this video if you need to. All right. And 37.68, 56.52. And that is about it for that. If you got some more questions, you can do some video searching. This ends up opening up a new, this is a video on YouTube that is just by somebody else that is, explaining circumference area and area of a circle. So another useful tool for you guys to use. What I wanted to show you is not that. So there's some other links here if you want to use those. That was for video cutting. All right, so here we are. If you guys have got on the Google Classroom, you should see, I want to move it up. Oh well. You should see the link that I put at 9:30 this morning. This would be what we're doing for today and tomorrow. So you click that and open it up, you'll get something that looks like this. Now I actually have already opened it, so it's a little bigger. And what I want you to do, this is basically for Monday. Now I got mild, okay, medium, and spicy. So what does that mean? Well, that just means easy, medium, hard. All right, use the formula for circumference equals 2 pi r, or circumference equals pi times d. You guys can't see that. I'll zoom in for you. So this is finding circumference of the circle. So this is pretty much finding the circumference, find the circumference of the circle below, use pi equals 3.14 and round the nearest to the nearest 10th place. The number 10th place really means, basically if I have I can just do the formula of pi, 3.1415. Well, there is no 1th place. There's no 1th with the TH. We got the ones on this side, but there's no 1th place. So it goes to 10th place. So 10th would be this one right here with the 1. So if I want to round it to my nearest 10th, I should get some number, point, some number, and then I'm going to stop right there. Now you could have a 2-digit number too. Okay. Okay. It says here, do at least 2 problems from the handout. So if you finish early, or if you finish like within, you know, a short amount of time, go ahead and work on the other problems as well. And then I think the second one is finding areas of a circle. So this one is what we just did in the beginning with pi times r squared, or pi times radius squared. Do at least 2 problems for each one. For those of you that really know this very well, I suggest you just go ahead and jump over it and do the medium and the spicy. This column, in case you're not sure what I'm talking about, this column right here, and this column right here, and see how you do. And that would be pretty much it. Of course, if you want more of a challenge and you're like, this is way too easy, I still want you to try and do it, get your memory back in place in terms of 22/7. If you do 22/7 on a calculator, you're going to get pi. In case you're wondering, like, what's that? Yeah. So if the answer is a fraction, that makes it a little bit harder because you got to turn it into a fraction instead of leaving it as a decimal. All right. I hope you guys are doing well, enjoying yourselves, and stay safe. Our goal was, of course, in area of a circle and circumference of a circle. Going back to our little objective, I believe that we are able to conclude on that. All right, guys, have a wonderful day. I'm gonna stop share. And yeah, make sure you guys are doing something besides just video games and video games. Make sure you guys do puzzles, maybe read a book, do a few math problems, read, do a little bit of writing. You don't want to have a hand cramp when you go back to school in August. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed it and have a great day. Bye.